Well, buying a home for many people oftentimes is the single most stressful, painstaking, and largest purchase that they'll make in their lifetime. I've got Michael Cobb here with Guild Mortgage. How are you?
Doing great, great.
Thanks for being here. So at Guild Mortgage, they have about 500 products that they use. We're only going to highlight a couple of them. Tell us a little bit about some of the ones that are your most favorite.
The ones that make the biggest impacts are the first-time homebuyer programs that really allow young homeowners or young renters to not have to worry about saving up money, and they're able to get into a house much faster. They can take advantage of our zero down program or 3-2-1 Advantage program. The 3-2-1 gives them also a $2,000 gift card to Home Depot after closing that allows them to take advantage of, buy refrigerators or whatever else they need, furniture.
Sure, that's huge. You also have grant programs to help them with those down payments?
The grant programs, we also have the zero down program allows them to not have that down payment also. So they don't have to worry about saving up funds. They can buy that house without
a huge help.
much down.
What about the bank statement loan? That's a piece. I hadn't heard of that one before.
That is a good program for self-employed folks on the coast. We don't look at traditional income. We look at the bank statement deposits for income, and that just allows people that self-employed folks or maybe the service industry folks to get into a house.
Which is a lot here. There's a lot of service industry here in our area, and so that's a huge help for those folks, especially when it comes to really getting the courage to buy that first home.
That's right.
Absolutely. And then there's one other one that you like to use, the Flex and the Flex Home Safe Second. Tell us about that.
The Flex program that's the name of our reverse mortgage program, and what that does is allows seniors 62 or older to take advantage of the equity in their property. They can, certain situations it could be a life-changing, quality of life-changing event or loan for them. They can use the equity, pay off a current mortgage, and things like that, or even develop an annuity from the equity in their property. It could be something that could really change their life.
A little bit of something for everyone.
Absolutely.
All right, Michael. There's a lot more folks. There's some more folks that we're going to talk to. So thanks for joining us. We're going to head down the hall.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're joined now by Todd Kottman, also here with Guild Mortgage. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So tell us a little bit about what sets Guild Mortgage apart from all of the other ones that you see and hear out there.
Sure. So pretty much every lender out there has your basic products, your VA, FHA, conventional loans. We do have some unique products that are proprietary to Guild Mortgage, our zero down program, things like that. But I think what really sets us apart is we're local lenders. Myself, I've been in the business 25 years, grew up here on the coast. So, we know the market. Chances are, over that period of time, one of us in this building has financed a friend of yours, a coworker. So I always tell people, ask around, ask your friends, your neighbors, who financed your home, your coworkers. Chances are, there's a good chance one of us financed it.
And I think another piece that I've kind of heard in passing while we were not on camera was that the majority of the loans that you originate, you service.
Correct.
And that's, I've bought a home 3 times, and all 3 times my loan was sold before I could make the first payment. And you never know what's going to happen with it.
Right. Well, and that is pretty commonplace in the industry. It doesn't change anything with your payment. It's just who's servicing the loan. So we close everything. We fund our own loans, so that we're not waiting on funding from an outside investor.
And you're not being sold to and like I said, the majority of your loans aren't sold to a major conglomerate. Sometimes out of state, you have that. You still keep that personal touch that you had to begin with.
Exactly.
And you're a veteran.
Correct.
So well, thank you for your service.
I appreciate it.
And you do a lot of work with veterans when it comes to financing.
I do. I've done a bunch of VA loans. My dad is actually retired Air Force, so very familiar with the challenges that our active duty and veterans face. So yeah, we really strive to make the process easy as they're transitioning from one installation to another.
Sure.
But like I said, I think the key is the local lenders, being able to come in, sit down with us, let's go through your options. We're not going to just take an application and steer you into a particular loan. We want to know, what challenges are you facing? What product is going to best suit your particular needs? Maybe you're a veteran, but maybe you have a good bit of money you want to put down, so maybe a VA loan is not the right avenue for you.
Sure.
So we really try to strive to sit with people and understand their particular needs and fit them in a product that best suits them.
What about those folks that want to build their own home? and not,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
not and not buy one just that's already together. You guys work with those folks as well?
We absolutely do. We can finance land. We have construction loan options. I work closely with several builders in the area. So again, it all goes back to that local feeling of you're not dealing with someone on a, an 800 number that you're calling to apply, get a mortgage. You can actually come in and sit down with us and we'll go through your building plans and work with your builder and really, make it a smooth process.
Absolutely. I think that's key. That's what I feel like sets you guys apart, is that you still you keep that personal touch throughout the whole life
Absolutely.
of the loan. Absolutely. Todd, thanks so much.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you for coming by.
A couple of other options here at Guild Mortgage. We're going to talk to Colby Steiger here. Thanks for being here.
Thanks. Thank you.
Tell us about the renovation mortgage. That's an option that I hadn't considered. I'd considered it recently, but it's a nice approach if you're buying something that needs a little bit of work.
So we have a renovation option available for those who want to buy maybe the ugly house on the nice street. It gives them an opportunity to go in, renovate the house top to bottom. It gives them a lot of opportunities. It's a great product, and it's a good way to get a lot of equity right off the bat.
And a lot of, that could be dealing with a lot of investors who are going to be maybe flipping those homes. You also have options like the debt service coverage ratio, which is another option for investors.
It is. It's a great product. So a lot of investors, it gives them the opportunity to purchase a house without actually using their income. The way we qualify them is based off of the income from the actual rental property itself. So it's a great option.
Especially as we grow, the Airbnb idea and approach, we're starting to see a lot more of that now in the market.
Absolutely, because this allows a lot of investors to be able to buy these investment properties more than one at a time, and they can have multiple without actually having debt to income be an issue as they purchase it.
Well, and then there's the one-time close construction. That feels like a lot.
It is. It's an option for a new construction process. The clients or customers can go in. They can purchase a new construction property.
Sure.
They can do it with one-time close where they don't have to worry about doing the permanent long-term financing at the end. It allows them to wrap everything up in one go, and it's a great product again for those who don't want to go through the mortgage process several times in order to close on a construction property.
So really a one-stop shop when it comes to mortgages.
Absolutely.
Here at Guild Mortgage. You got just about everything.
Absolutely.
And then you have that personal touch being local.
That's right.
Sure.
That's right. That's right. With a lot of experience through all of our guys here, we're definitely the people to reach out to for all these great opportunities and great loan products.
Perfect. So listen, you see that number there at the bottom of your screen. If you're looking for a home, or if you're thinking about getting into the market, give them a call at Guild Mortgage. They've got a little bit of something for everybody. Thanks, Colby.
Yes, sir. Thank you all.